see us play more Roblox later, let us know and we can do that later on stream. Just let us know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I ended it. I left. You just close it. You can just leave and then close it. But yeah. Oh yeah. So, one question. You can just turn your-
Alright, that away.
Plus, I do have a Roblox game I've made, and another one I'm working on. If you guys want to see that as well, don't know how the audience can do with that stuff. But if you want to see that stuff, you can let me know or let us know, right? Oops.
Yeah.
So yeah, here is something I'd want to do for chat for a bit and see how it goes, and then we can swap into doing something else, which I have an idea for. For streaming. This is her outfit for today. She has a pink shirt on, a cool black and white and gray skirt with a cool skirt thing on it, which has the rainbow that she likes. Oh, skirt, go down a little, so that you can show off your choker, which is
same one I had on.
same one. And she has cool earrings on. Yeah.
I should change it more often. I literally have like 20 different chokers.
Yeah, and there's
no, I have more than that. I have like
and she even wears
40 different chokers.
She could even wear some of my chokers that I have.
Yeah.
That she can change to,
between us we have way more than that.
Yeah, it's just this is her favorite choker and she prefers it.
I don't want to say it's my favorite. I mean, I have.
Like Ellie said, I'd like to be happy to see what game I've been working on. So,
that's cool.
So I can do some chat here and then potentially hop into doing some of that a little bit and maybe have you try out my game.
Yeah.
So
I have favorite earrings.
Yeah.
I don't have favorite chokers.
These ones are one of her favorites though. But her other favorite ones.
Definitely not.
No, but her other favorite ones we can't find in the house at the moment. We need to find them. They're like bow shaped and they're pink.
They're probably were in that box.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites because you gave them.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Question I wanted to ask you: how do you feel when it comes to women's clothing, and you see women's clothing, and you see it as, oh, this is pretty, this is cute, this is beautiful, this is women's clothing, or you see a type of women's clothing that makes you feel like, I feel like this could potentially be, even though it's labeled as women's clothing, feels more unisex.
Oh, oops.
That's fine. But you know what I
whole
mean?
desk just slid that way.
Actually, the desk is fine back actually being...
Yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting it to slide. It's all good.
But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you feel with seeing women's clothing and it being advertised as women's clothing, but it really feels either I'm talking. I know you're doing that, but I'm sharing a thing with you, and please put that down.
All right.
Because it's covering this. What it is I'm going to rephrase my question a little better. How do you feel when you see women's clothing that is advertised as women's clothing, but it feels more it should be advertised as unisex clothing versus women's clothing, even though it's advertised as women's clothing, kind of thing, you know?
Well, I mean, in what sense, though? I mean,
like, you buy, like, for example, a cardigan, a t-shirt, maybe not a skirt, maybe more like pants or certain types of clothing, and it says, and it's more advertised to women only versus unisex, and then you try it on and it feels it should be, you don't have as big a connection as you did when you first bought it, just because...
Exactly.
Yeah, clothes are clothes, but as unisex, even though clothes are clothes, it's just, for the normal world, that's how people would see it as. Like, for example, like, take this dress, if you had more of a connection, even though I see it as more of a more womanly style, compared to, like, seeing it as more unisex, like, oh, I can wear it as a woman's piece of clothing, but then it comes across as maybe it also might work for the other gender, not really just one gender itself.
But you know, as Ali says, I've never seen clothes gendered as long as I've been a teenager.
True, that's true, and I know you don't. I'm just saying, for the general public, how would you see it? How would you define it?
And that's something we talked about in the previous one or two, both streams, was the gendering of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is, cisgender heteronormative patriarchy
Oh yeah.
corporate that decides how things are gendered from clothing to jewelry to razors to
deodorant, for example.
Deodorant to everything.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean,
for example, like these people would say, for example, would be considered more manly to drink a energy drink versus drinking coffee would be more womanly. For example.
Oh, that.
For examples.
I think I've probably always seen coffee, by society standards, I've always seen coffee as man and tea as women. By society.
No, I'm just using, Yeah, true.
But, that just, I mean...
True when it comes to more limited, but what I mean by unisex is, like, even though women can wear it and it works for women, some of it can still work for men. Say, for example, if you're MTF or FTM, it works for both sides. It doesn't have to just work for one specific side, and nobody who is the other way can't wear it. Like if for example you had some clothing from your closet from when you were a male or a female, and you have to get other clothing to fit in because of how society is to be that other gender, just because society says you have to be, when really I know you don't want to, I know you don't want to be like that, or other people have to, but that's what society says. Can you take some of your clothing that you already have and make it still work for what you're going for, or where you're going, or the style you want, compared to just having to buy a whole new closet of stuff that you need versus the stuff, because you have a deep connection sometimes to the stuff you already have, and most that you do already like. So how can you make it work for both sides? And if it isn't, then you just got to be like, do I still wear it and just express who I am and be me, or do I ultimately just get rid of it and just follow what society says and try to fit into that box of what society wants? You know? That's basically what I'm trying to go for.
Right, but that in and of itself, that question in and of itself really is the, I don't want to say ultimate and defining question, but that question in and of itself is really the question that most most gender questioning or gender non-conforming people ask of themselves before they make that conscious effort, decision, or leap to be the person they truly want to be. Is, do they challenge the social norm of how they look and dress and all that?
Or do they hide behind a shell and just be what society wants them to be?
Do they no longer follow the cisgender heteronormative rules of what male and female clothing?
Yeah.
So I mean, your question really doesn't have
an
answer
a fully definitive answer. It's whatever you make of it. It's just I was going to see if you had your own thoughts and your own takes on it, kind of a thing. Where what do you think on it? Not just trying to definitively find the ending to the answer. Yeah, you can go back and redefine it later, which we might potentially bring up again later on as people chat and all this crap. But it's still good to get a basis point to know where to kind of bounce things off of and know where to go from there. Not really like just hone in on one point and that's all you go with.
I'm incredibly yawning and I don't know why.
I don't know either, but you know what I mean though.
But same with Ellie, I still do have, not a lot, I still do have some, or very few, of my old men's shirts and stuff in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
But those would be probably considered rather, they considered rather rather effeminate men's stuff. though they're still considered men's
clothing,
Yeah. Because that's what I chose to wear when I identified male, which I don't like saying because I don't want to like identify as a gender.
Yeah.
But
no, true.
When I did, because the male options in the stores were so boring.
Yeah.
Whenever they did happen to come out with something that was cool or funky or fun or
unique,
more colorful,
or like
I immediately got it.
Yeah, same. Kind of for myself.
And, so if something had designs and patterns, or was pink or purple or whatever, I would get it. And I still have that. I still have stuff from when I was a teenager because I didn't change size.
Yeah.
And I took good care of my clothes, so I still have
stuff from that.
I still have that stuff.
Yeah, and I think
Right.
Yeah, that is true, because there are some times where I'll say this for me, because I know you said your thing about your clothing and that you still have. I have some still from when I was a male, for example, but it's like band shirts or like some tank tops, more like ones I know can be more either people might, if society looks at it that way. I'm not going off of labels, but society is like unisex or whatever, can work for that. And maybe some that can just be like laundering around the house kind of shirts that I have that actually I find comfortable, I've kept for those reasons. But if it's ones I know I really didn't like or really felt really manly towards, I just got rid of altogether. And my biggest one I've kept, which I wear a lot though, is like my band shirts for like rock bands and metal bands and all that, because I put them with skirts and some because of the style I like and all that, and it's actually worked really well with my outfits. It just depends on how you style it, like you said there, how you style it, and if it works right. And there are ways you can do it. It's just you have to find the balance between, does it look over manly and whatnot, or does it work right and makes you look feminine without having to oversell that you're wearing men's clothing kind of thing, right?
See, I got rid of all that. I threw out or donated tons and tons and tons of
men's clothing.
Well,
as they want to call it.
I don't want to call it men's, but stuff that society definitely would say was more male.
Yeah.
But I would say it was just boring.
Yeah.
I used to be a very much a t-shirt wearing type person.
Yeah.
And hoodie wearing person and that kind of stuff. And so I got rid of all that. I think my style. I mean, I went through lots of different styles, but for a long time I kind of had a hippie style.
Yeah.
So I was more crunchy granola looking, and that was very. I mean, there's crunchy granola biological females, of course, who look very feminine, but I think I just didn't. I didn't pull that off.
Yeah.
But I also had a short hairstyle too.
True. Yeah.
And I think that made a huge difference. Anyway, so I got rid of all that stuff. I got rid of a lot of. I have a lot. I've kept a lot of that t-shirts and stuff that I kind of thought were rare and unique that I can't bear to get rid of, but they've been in like tubs and drawers for a long time, never touched, never worn, not seen the light of day, because I can't bear to get rid of them because they're kind of like collectibles.
Yeah.
But it's kind of dumb. Yeah.
But yeah.
I'd really like to have a completely different style now. Like even what I'm wearing right here. This would be like a woman's t-shirt so much,
Yeah.
And because we're broke, a lot of my clothes tend to be like stuff from Kmart, or like Kmart, Target, Big W,
and or op shops.
So they're all I would consider them all crappy low quality, whereas I'd really love to be able to afford much nicer,
a little bit higher third count, whatever,
nicer women's outfits. Again, quote unquote women outfits that are more stylish and whatnot, but I can't do that. So,
but yeah,
that's a huge bummer. Because that's the style I really like. I have maybe just a few outfits that are the style I like and are nice.
Yeah, and there is one tank top I did keep because it was a joke. The only reason I kept it originally was a joke because there was another trans woman who got picked up to be do a brand deal with an alcohol brand. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Alcohol.
The Bud Light thing.
Oh, yeah.
There was a trans streamer who got a brand deal by Bud Light to promote it.
Everyone knows that.
And all that, and everyone knows that. And if you don't, you can look it up. There's a thing with that. But because of where I came from originally, there's a beer brand out where I'm from. Because of that, I kept this one tank top as a joke that I would wear potentially at some point during the stream if we ever change into outfits. But it's more of just a joke because of where I originally was from and all that, more than actually being a men's tank top. I have it more as just a on-stream kind of joke that I want to have as an ongoing joke for on-stream than anything.
Well, yeah. Once we have more viewers, not saying we don't appreciate Yelly.
Yeah.
Once we have more viewers, I really wanted to basically bring out pretty much my entire wardrobe, my massively huge closet of clothes, which I said, lots of them are low quality. Just bring them all out and just do a huge try-on stream
and see if people like them.
See what people think and say, yeah.
Do I keep it? Do I get rid of it?
Do I get rid of it?
And at the same time,
what can you mix and match and go together and
there was another part
that kind of thing.
And there was another part to that too. While we do these try-on stuff, for example, we can also do, if people would want us to do it, is we can at the same time, if it's something we're getting rid of, we can kind of auction off and the person and figure out a way to where the followers can bid or figure out a way to pick either on the Discord or somewhere a piece of clothing that we got rid of on stream, and we can send it out to them and they can have it or do something else with it on their own, but as a giveaway to our followers and our subscribers and all that crap. Once we decide to do that as well.
Why don't you Google that? I'm not actually familiar with what a dad fishing shirt is.
Okay.
Yeah. Look that up. Dad fishing shirt.
Oh, that.
Oh, okay.
Things with quirky fishing jokes on them. That's a real.
Okay.
Just like dad quirky fishing jokes.
Okay.
Like that, like a dad joke, but done with fishing on a t-shirt.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's not my style.
Not mine either. But because I go for me, you try to go a little bit more e-girl or kawaii.
I'm not even sure about that anymore. I've kind of changed my.
She does. Well, she does, but more in a toned down kind of tone, not the over expressive. Is what she wants to do. I think.
I used to want that, but now I think I want to do more of a classy
Asian look.
No,
well, based on the style I've seen you tell me that you like, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, I don't think it really has a nationality or a race.
No, but
it's just more
feng shui.
I think feng shui has to do with organizing furniture in your house.
Well, no, feng shui you can also use it as a way in your outfit, saying you want to have it look good and just be streamlined and nice and neat.
I would overall just say classy.
Yeah. Mine, like I said, for me, mine's more goth, as you can tell here, goth, alternative.
Sit up here. I think I'm slouching.
I do this one, which not many people have done, but it is a thing within goth. It's like really, really, really not as well known. Nobody ever barely does it, but it's still a thing, is doing pastel goth. So it's, instead of doing the dark reds, the blacks, all that, you add in some pastel colors, like for me, purples and pinks, and potentially pastel green if it works right. But I can also do pastel red. You're familiar with it. Not many
pastel goth.
Not many people know what that is. Yeah. It's taking the versions of the dark colors you wear, and doing that instead of the dark versions, which a lot of goths go for, more like dark purples, dark reds, just black in general, white, whatever, Yeah. And stuff like that. all that, which is cool and it works and whatnot. We would, and we want to sometimes on stream, do makeup streams where we do makeup while we're on stream and kind of give a little bit more of an education on what kind of brands we use and what we're doing, and not the brands so much because of the YouTube side in particular, but like just like what the names of that we're using are, and do like a showing off how we do our makeup kind of thing on stream, and doing makeup on stream sometimes instead of getting makeup done before stream, which we will do. We just haven't gotten to that point yet, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much things like that.
Yeah, and whatnot. I want to hop into this now.
I don't have any makeup on now, and I haven't in the last previous 2 streams.
Yeah, it's just because of forgetting to do it, or because of just having to rest before stream.
Frog brand,
all that stuff.
That's right. We also do have. I do have a bunch of frog stuff to give to you.
Yeah, if you want it.
If you want. Yeah, if you want it.
Yeah, if you want it.
You have to take my frog stuff.
No, yeah, but if you do want it, we can give it to you, and we can either have you sometime meet us here to pick it up, or we can meet you if we can ever figure out a way to get it to you in between us and all that crap. We can do that. But you know. So I was gonna see, because I know she wanted to see it.
What's that?
Would you be interested? I know it's not fully finished.
Your game?
But with where I'm at right now with my game, would you like to try it on stream?
Yeah,
and
sure.
we can show that off, and then we can show them the other one I've made.
We can do that.
This one, it's a game I've made. I'm pulling it up. We don't need the iPad for it.
Oh, I thought you want me to play it with you.
No, the other, we will get there for the first one.
Okay, sure.
But I'm doing this one right now.
You're going to play by yourself, you mean?
Yeah. No. This is for you to try. I've already tested some of it. I want to see how you do with it.
So you want me to sit there and play it on the PC?
Yeah.
The laptop, right?
I'll hand you. Yeah, you'll just sit here, do that, and I'll stand over here and whatnot, and or you can put this in your lap kind of thing.
I mean, no, we don't want to not to give anything away though.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep hitting the button by accident for some reason. Which sucks. But yeah, I could do that.
My hair is so.
But I want to show this one first to get some ideas and stuff for it.
My hair's so limp.
Your hair looks fine.
No, I'm saying it needs like some conditioner in it.
Yeah. Well, it's because you also don't shower as much as I do, or Sky or.
Well, it's not that I don't shower. It's that I'm trying to figure out a routine for the hair.
Yeah.
That gives it the right.
True.
What do you call it? I don't know.
Well.
Bounce and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, but because of how often you haven't been showering as much as I have, you need to learn to either shower once a week or twice a week. And that's how it gives it the bounce I have learned for myself. Wash it is what I mean.
Showering.
Well, you can.
You sound like I don't shower.
Well, when you do shower, you can shampoo and condition it then.